Hey everybody, Rude Dog here. I got tagged again by Tim Chitwood. Was it Tom Chitwood? Oh man, Tom Chitwood. Whatever, I'll get it right. I'm sorry, man. Anyway, he tagged me for. Actually, I asked him to tag me because I had something really special that I wanted to show for this. This is what was a nostalgic piece of gear. And to me, nostalgic refers to, old, not old, but, something that has memory to it, something that has maybe been around for a while and has a lot of memory to it. And this particular piece right here has a lot of fond memories. This is a Victorinox Swiss Army knife. It's not the Champ, but I think it's like one model down from it. Got about 13 tools, and I'm going to open some of them up here. And of course, you got your large and small blade, which is fairly normal. So you know what? We're just gonna close them. Oh, and I let me see if that'll pick that up. I've never worked with the computer's camera like this before, so the Officer Suisse. See that there? Yeah, that shows up almost perfectly. Anyway, let me close them blades up. We'll show everything else off. The reason, though, that this is nostalgic piece of gear, you see that's got a two-sided file there. It's actually one of the more handy tools on here. Reason this is a nostalgic piece of gear to me is because my father gave this to me. My father gave this to me for my 15th birthday. So, and I'm a year shy of 50. I'm 49. So this thing's been in my possession for a long, long time, and I love it. I mean, I just love it. This is the ultimate tool. This is a fish scaler. It's got some measurements on there. Let's see if I can get that in just a tad closer. You see that? And that's supposed to be. It's an old-timey hook remover, if you know what I mean. God, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago that he gave this knife to me. So anyway, like I said, this was a birthday present for my 15th birthday, and I'd had other pocket knives in my day. I was a big fishing nut, Got scissors in it too. I used these scissors all the time also. Always used these. They were just really handy. This knife has probably been in my pocket almost every day since I got it. I know I lost the... let's pull it out. It's got the toothpick. I lost the toothpick. Original tweezers. Right? I lost them, and I didn't know. I mean, I know they're lifetime warranty, but I really didn't know what to do about it. I found a guy on eBay that sold the replacements, and I was able to buy. I think I bought like a half a dozen of the toothpicks and a half a dozen of the tweezers for like $8. For each set, and I keep them around because every once in a while now I find a Swiss Army knife. I found one in the bottom of the lake. I was snorkeling and found a Swiss Army knife. I gave it to my son. I don't know. There is something about a Swiss Army knife. Anyway, it makes me think of my dad. It makes me think of my dad. Where did I leave off there? I left off, I just showed the scissors, I showed the file, I showed the, oh, I know what I missed. Where's the, there little saw blade. Now, I started hunting at 15 years old. Like I said, I was always big fishing, but I got my hunting license for bow hunting at 15 years old. And that blade right there, I remember standing in a tree stand, getting my stand up and climbing up in the tree stand and using this saw to trim back little branches and stuff around me so I could swing my bow around easily. All right. If that's not nostalgic, I don't know what is. And this is one of the typical bottle opener, flathead screwdriver, large flathead. Typical tools. These are usually a mainstay of any Swiss Army knife. And that's the can opener with a small screwdriver on the tip there. And I have used this can opener. And I would rather have this tool in my pocket any day of the week than one of those P38 things. I can actually open a can very easily with this. I think that was all. I showed the main blade. That was all the main tools. Phillips head screwdriver instead of the typical corkscrew. One of the more unique pieces on this tool. And the last one is the awl, which is a more common tool that you see on the Swiss Army knives. And I've used this. Oh man, this thing has helped me out tremendously. So the tools I look for the most now are must have a Phillips head screwdriver. Let me back up a sec. So I'm explaining about this. Is my dad gave this to me, and I just started hunting, and this knife has memories. It's been in my pocket since I was 15 years old, and it's been everywhere with me. And I'll tell you what, I want to be buried with this. I die, I go in the casket, this goes in my pocket. And, I should probably leave it to my son, but I don't know. There's something. I can't take anything with me. This is going with me. This is a nostalgic piece of gear, and that's what nostalgic means to me. Is that there's memory tied to it. So that's the real meaning of this video. Anyway, just on a personal note, I like Swiss Army knives. I love Swiss Army knives. I've got a couple of Wengers. I prefer the Victorinox. Matter of fact, I think Victorinox owns Wenger now. I don't know the model of this knife. The tools in it, I've looked and looked and looked for information on what the model name of this knife would be, and I can't find it. It's a nice size knife. It's probably the one. If it had one more tool in it, it would be too wide and too uncomfortable to use. This is like the perfect balance of all the tools. And I've got a dozen Swiss Army knives. I prefer them over multi-tools. I have multi-tools. I've got Gerbers. I've got Leathermans. I've got all manner of multi-tools. But I would rather just have a Swiss Army knife in my pocket any day of the week. And most of the time, I will pair up my larger knives with, I usually, if they have a pocket on the sheath, or I add a pocket on it, I usually put a Swiss Army knife over a multi-tool. I'll put a Swiss Army knife, a ferro rod, and maybe a knife sharpener. Although with this particular one, this doesn't go anywhere anymore. It goes in my pocket when I go out, and yeah, this is pretty much an EDC knife. But it doesn't go like on another tool. It doesn't go into a kit. This is my baby right here. So, and that's kind of the definition of nostalgic to me. Anyway, I was really happy to to get Tom to tag me on this when I seen his video, and it was a lucky break because I asked him to tag me, begged him really, and not only did he do it, but he had forgotten to tag somebody anyway. So I got to do this, and I saw JP from Frog Tack had done nostalgic gear video, and when I saw that, instantly thought of this knife and said, "Man, I want to do a video. I wanted to get tagged by that," and I did. Uh, anyway, there it is. My nostalgic piece of gear. I love this knife. I can't talk enough about it. Um, and it, one other thing. I know this ain't a survival knife, but in a real survival situation, given the choice of a lot of knives, well, I'm not going to say it that way. Let me say it this way. Give me a choice of a whole bunch of knives, I'm going to choose this one every time, because I love this knife, and it has meaning, and this knife will do everything I need it to do. I can't baton wood with it. I can't do stuff like that, but I love this knife. And sometimes the feeling that you get from something, the memory, the nostalgia of a piece of gear can help you more be positive in a survival situation than having the coolest, techiest gear, or the coolest, most badass knife. This reminds me of family, and this would make me want to get home. So anyway, I'm babbling on. I'm going on 12 minutes. I was going to do a real short video, and there we go. Guys, that's my piece of gear. I'm going to tag 2 other guys, and of course I didn't plan this out real well, so I don't know who I'm going to tag. So I will put it down below in the annotations, or maybe I got to figure this stuff out, so I'm going to do it up here. There's going to be a name right here, tag you're it, and I'm going to do one right here, this guy right here, tag you're it. All right, and I want to see your most nostalgic piece of gear. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. If you like me. If you like this video, like this video. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. All right, take care, guys. Bye.